Alright. Hey everybody, what's going on? It's the CoverBoi Chronicles, and this is my Being Mary Jane review. And if you're kind of wondering, like, why a Being Mary Jane review, it's because no one's really doing one, and I love this series. Like, I loved it as a movie, and then when it became a series, I was like, how y'all gonna make it into a series? And so y'all made it into a series. Like, I hope it gets picked up for like later on in the year for something else. But definitely y'all doing y'all thing over there, and it's like it's hot over there. So I had to do a review. So it speaks to me in three different generations, and it kind of goes with my CoverBoi comment, but more about that later. So this is for my first generation, my teenagers, like teenagers to about 20 till 20, okay? No, teenagers to about 23. Teenagers to about 23, okay? To the women who get pregnant, and this is kind of for my girls. For the women who are just like, you know, I have to look like Tyra Banks or Heidi Klum or all these other women, or for the black women who are just so, like, they're not pretty. Like, I remember my mother always told me that in terms of us guys, like, we should always compliment a woman, because you never know what she's going through in terms of her day. So, like, I just feel like you definitely, and I've asked like several women, what does that do? And some of them say that really brightens up their day. Like, your mother was right, you should listen to her. So if you didn't know that, like, you should do that. But just know you are beautiful. You know, every woman, not just my Nubian princesses, but like period. Every woman who feels like they're unpretty, you know, you are pretty. Beauty is something that everybody can see. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, and you could be the sexiest person out there, but have the ugliest attitude and just ugh. Like, there's a lot of things that pretty people wish that they can do, you know, that a not so attractive person can do. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel no type of way about that. Let's brush that stuff off. As far as my teen moms go, you know, I wish a lot of women would do, you know, like, if you're gonna have kids at an early age, you know, at least finish college or high school. Like, I'm waiting until 25. I told my mom that. I was like, you know, with all of my friends having kids and whatnot, and they still having kids now. So I'm like, yeah, definitely. Like, I'm waiting until 25. I should have been in somebody's first picture. You know what I'm saying? I should have had something going on with my life in terms of me pursuing my career and dream. So that's really how I feel about that. But ask me at 25, see what's going on. My rule is ready or not, here it comes. So just try and wait on it, or at least get some type of education so you can support yourself and that child. And it's always what's best for the child at that point. So, my next generation, my 24 to about like late 40s or so. Yeah, late 40s or so. So like late 20s up to the late 40s. Probably stop at like 49. Well, no, 47. No, 49. We'll start at 49. So, some of y'all know how some of the new generation gets down. You know what I'm saying? Like some of y'all have that mentality, like been there, done that type thing, and you try and mentor the people, right? So if you're going to mentor the person, make sure that when you're mentoring them and you're at your best, don't shove it down their throat. That's not what they want to hear. You know, there's always different ways to show that you care. You know, don't be it's a certain way. That's really all I can say about that. It's a certain way to mentor someone, especially if it's going on in your family, or if it's going on in terms of your life culturally. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to do with it. So if you have the time to mentor someone, mentor them. If you don't be all up in their face, because where is your happy ending, honey? You know, like, is your happy ending happening for you? Are you in a house full of crumbs like you want to be? You know, do you have your happy marriage? Are you happy with your life right now? If you're happy with yourself, then, you know what I'm saying, mentor someone, you know, if you're at that age where you feel like you should. But if not, then don't, you know, something like that. So to my other following generation after that, 50 and above, it's easy to push away something that you don't really either understand or don't know. So, like, either the best thing for y'all, I would say, is either if you don't want to learn about it, don't learn about it. It's just like with my mom. My mom always says, like, as long as she can get in her car and go to A, B, C, and anywhere in between and get her right back home. So, you know, it doesn't have to have all this jalopy stuff to spike up the car or whatnot. So, it doesn't have to have that. So, some people are just that way, or they just move on. So, just don't worry about it. That's all I would have to say about the older generation. And as far as like those because I'm one of the, I'll go ahead and share, I'm like a person that I basically would take care of my mother. I'm actually kind of doing it now, but like I would take care of my mom, like no matter what, like the situation is, if something was going on in terms of health, or if she just needed someone there to watch her, or whatever the case may be, you know, I'm here for you. It's not a lot of kids nowadays that are like that, and I just think that that's a problem. I love the fact that Being Mary Jane, like, spoke about all the topics, like, you know, with your marriage, with your family, with your work, you know, and I kind of, that's why I didn't want to too much dwell on what happened in the season. I wanted to dwell on the topics that it basically talked about, you know, teenagers, and how the older generation don't really necessarily understand them, and then in the older generation, are they comfortable with where they're at in their lives? And then for the older generation who's getting ready to, like, just, you know, I've lived my life, I've done these things, I've done this, I've done that, you know, all y'all just, this is a flashback to me, you know. It's either I'm going to watch this stuff and get the popcorn for them, or I'm just going to continue doing me. So, I definitely say from our CoverBoi comment, I want to touch these topics. As far as friendships go, I love the fact that it pushed the envelope for friendship. When she told her friend at the end that she had been going through something that, you know, she had told you, that she had told her about, and she was just crying on her shoulder, the girl that she worked with, you guys, when her husband was cheating and blah, blah, blah. If y'all not watching Being Mary Jane, then this all this stuff will seem foreign to you. So I definitely say watch the show, so that way you knew what I was talking about. But friendships, in terms of that, I definitely say I love the fact that some friends can push the envelope, some of them can't, and it'll show you how quickly your friends are and how quickly people are just in it for something else. Now, I do believe that she fucked up that relationship with Star Jackson. I really do believe she messed that one up. Hopefully, she'll be able to forgive her and just be like, girl, whatever, and just brush it off. But next season, I hope her friendships get a lot better, and I hope she learns to trust another people. In terms of marriages and being single and whatnot, I've talked about that in Be My Valentine. It's just, when you're single, love yourself, and just don't worry about everybody else. That's something for everybody, and when you're with someone, it's more on the lines of love that person unconditionally, because this is a person that you said you want to be with for quite some time, possibly put a ring on it. So that's really what I would have to say about that. In terms of family, stick together. A lot of people do not stick together in terms of their family. And then there are a lot of people who will backstab you in your family a lot quicker than your friends will. And the only people that you can trust are your friends that you call your family. So, it's a big controversy. And I love the fact, I just love the fact that this show has so many great, alluring topics that are just wonderful, and I applaud this show so much, and I'm glad that Gabrielle Union did that, and I can't wait for next season. So I can't wait to see what comes on with her mom. I can't wait to see what's going on with her brothers. What's going on with her in terms of her marriage. Is she going to get pregnant? She had a lot of scandal. For her show not to be scandal, it was scandalous. So, yes, be sure to tweet the show, New Cover Lovers, CoverBoi Chronicles, my page, my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, and be sure to comment, and y'all know what to do. Subscribe to TheSpiritsoulstar, my YouTube channel, and tell me how outrageous this great being Mary Jane was for you, as I know it was for me. Okay? And I will see you guys on the next show later on today. Bye!